Did you know there's a cave in northern Israel known as Elijah's Cave? It's an amazing place in an incredible area. Let's learn about it and explore it. Shalom, my friends. This is the Kiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. Elijah's Cave is found in the gorgeous and beautiful hills of the Carmel Mountains, just outside of the modern Israeli city of Haifa. Now, the Carmel mountain range is the beginning of the north of Israel, and it's where the plains start to rise up into beautiful rolling hills and mountains covered with forests. And in the wintertime, going into the spring, rivers run through it with beautiful flowing water. It's an incredible place to go. Wildflowers also pop up all around the Carmel Mountain region in the winter and the springtime, making the whole place seem like a natural art museum. And it's here where you can find, on the outskirts, so to speak, of Haifa, you can find this cave. This cave that's called Elijah's Cave, where Elijah, according to the Hebrew Bible, hid in this cave as he was fleeing from the evil King Ahab, or as we say in Hebrew, Ahab. And we know the story well, that there were many, unfortunately, evil kings in Israel at the time, and Elijah was one of the prophets, one of the leading prophets, who was rising up against this evil, speaking out against this evil. And it was very dangerous to be a prophet back then, because kings ran after, pursued, and even killed the prophets because they were a threat to their power. And they were the ones who had the gall and the daring to stand up against them and tell the people, and even tell the king, that what they're doing was not okay. And we know the famous story also of Elijah having kind of a showdown between himself and the followers of Baal on the mountains, the mountaintop of Carmel. So that's another thing that happens in this region that has to do with Elijah. We both have his cave where he was hiding when he had to run away, when he had to flee from King Ahab to save his life. And it's also the same exact region where he had that showdown with the followers of Baal. And it was on that mountaintop where he told the followers of Baal to offer their sacrifices. He offered his sacrifice. Only his was offered. He spoke to them in a very specific, even a little bit of a peculiar way, but really kind of rubbing it in that their gods were nowhere to be found, and not answering them. And then, according to the Hebrew Bible, a blaze of flame, a pillar of flame came down and consumed his sacrifice, and he won this showdown, so to speak. But again, that got him in trouble with Ahab, King Ahab, and he ran. We know that he ran deep, deep, all the way through the land of Israel, all the way into the desert of the Sinai, and basically returned to Mount Sinai, where the story of the Jewish people began with the receiving of the Ten Commandments there. So we see that the Carmel region is very connected to biblical history, specifically the story of Elijah. Elijah, we know, is a very important figure in the Jewish tradition. Every Saturday night after Shabbat is over and after people do the Havdalah ceremony, marking the end of Shabbat and the beginning of the week, we sing a song about Elijah coming, because we learn, according to Jewish tradition, that Elijah will be the one to announce the coming of the Messiah. There is this idea in Judaism that the Messiah won't come on Shabbat, so the second Shabbat's over, where we're already looking forward to, hopefully this week, the Messiah will come, the Messianic age will be here, and Elijah will be there standing, welcoming everybody and announcing it to the world. So Elijah is a very, very special person, figure, and prophet in the Hebrew Bible. And again, he's very connected to this area of Mount Carmel, where the cave is, where he had that prophet's duel, so to speak. And it's also a very beautiful region of the modern state of Israel, where many people like to go hiking. Friends and families, school groups are always going through there to explore the natural beauty, and also to explore the biblical history there. And that's one of the most amazing things about the land of Israel, that almost wherever you go, for whatever reason you go there, there are oftentimes is some link to the ancient past, to the biblical history of the Jewish people in their Jewish homeland, reminding yet another generation of the deep roots that we have here and the biblical connections that we have here. So hopefully one day you get to visit the Mount Carmel region, enjoy its beauty, explore its beauty, and go visit Elijah's cave to think that that's where he was hiding from King Ahab. Right, one of the most important prophets of the entire Hebrew Bible. It's an amazing thing to see, and it's an amazing place to be. All the best, my friends, and be well.